The property is quite big, so we have quite a lot of land. There are a few old trees, most of them cherry trees, but we would like to be responsible for our own food production.
So we start in let's say in the process of dialogue, discussion, thinking with many people, and while discussing, while talking, ideas pop up.
First you start with a vision.
But it took us a few years, the whole concept, the whole idea. We didn't want to start immediately.
We have this slope, south-facing slope, and we wanted to have food production, but you know, where to start?
It became more clear when I met Michael.
I understood that they didn't live here full time, that a lot of the time they were spending abroad. So, to me the obvious answer was a forest garden.
I hope it will be less maintenance than just a traditional way of doing. And
even if you do permaculture methods, there's no easy way around spending a lot of time on your annuals. But perennials are a completely different story.
Then the plants will help each other.
So we had a whole process of discussion, workshops where we used the example as an exercise.
It took us one winter to make the design of the place.
Their main focus was food. First thought that comes to mind with food is fruit trees. And we're thinking of these fruit trees as the canopy layer of our forest.
And then we're gonna plant bushes and lower stuff under.
We're planning on planting all kinds of berries.
And it will be beautiful. I want to make a path through the whole property, and I would like in the future to open the place for visitors to come and see what is possible to do, just to give an example.
So you use the observations of the slope, the sun aspect, and the wind direction to make good decisions on how you are going to harvest rainwater. You begin to do a case study on all the plants and animals in the area. Actually visit a forest and see what it is about a forest ecosystem that makes it so sustainable. This is a nitrogen fixing plant that's native to here. Beech trees produce a lot of leaf. It's going to be a great mulch resource. The foundation of the forest is obviously the forest floor, and that's because of the thick leaf layer. Within this, you also have a vast variety of soil microorganisms contributing to the richness of the soil. Mushroom, mycelium. That smell is actually a mushroom. And right here you can actually see the mycelium. Maybe if you want to zoom in. You see that? This is the root hair of a tree. And it's being covered by a coating of mycorrhizal fungi, providing the plant with much more surface area to attract nutrients and water. We're going to move some of this forest mycelium into the spaces that we've prepared for our fruit trees. We're just going to collect these, put them in bags, and then transport them. Really easy to do. The logic of the land works is we've created these giant bowls pointed towards the contour. We're actually catching the runoff of water down from the slope. So there's a double effect of rainwater harvesting there.
The thing is how to alternate now. I have 6 apples, different sorts of apples. So apples, 6 pears, 2 nectarine, maybe plum.
Yeah.
Apple, pear, plum.
But they don't. Do they maybe strengthen the chestnuts?
I don't think so. They are completely different trees. We're gonna plant the trees in a S form, and we start with a wild apple. Then we'll alternate pear, plum, apple, pear, nectarine, and so on.
More compost? Yeah.
And 2 big chestnuts.
Trees are habitat. Trees are food, not only for us, but also other creatures. Trees are the Earth's water pump. Where there are trees, there is rain. When you're in a continental climate, it's essential that you plant trees if you want enough moisture and humidity to comfortably sustain enough plant growth to feed yourself. This is gonna develop a little habitat for a beneficial fungus. Right here, it's a little plum tree. It's gonna take a few years in order to get reliable production out of that place, but at the same time, it's gonna be worth all the effort once the harvest